syncing the audio. It's like the funniest thing ever. Hi, welcome to the counter in my bathroom. Because there's such a gloomy day today that there is no other good place where the light is gonna be good. This is the first video I've posted in 2 months, and I wanted to give you an update on what the hell happened in those 2 months and everything in between. So, let me just get rid of my gum first. I truly just don't want to chew my gum in the microphone. Welcome or welcome back if you're new or old. If you've subscribed or not subscribed. The last videos I've posted, I was a vacation trip to Gaspésie to see some family, and my little Juniper, my little Bengal cat, got sick-ish, sick in a way, and we had at that time no idea what was going on. So let me give you a brief update on that. Something happened. We needed to go fast. We enjoyed our stay there, came back, but right before leaving, like 3 days before, we noticed Juni's eye, her left eye, was getting weird. It was getting like foggy, kind of opaque, not sure what it was. My boyfriend looked up on the internet and diagnosed it as a pink eye, which is a melting ulcer in the eye, basically. But we weren't sure, so we went to see the vet right before we left, because like I said, we really needed to leave. It's not something that we could have pushed back, so we went to see the doctor, and they made some tests, see if it's an ulcer, came back negative. They prescribed us a drop to put in her eye twice a day, which we did, and I want to thank my neighbor for taking care of our little cats while we were gone for the week. We came back, and none of her fault. Juni's eye was worse when we came back. Weren't sure what it was. Took another appointment with the vet. They redid the same test for the ulcer, but it came back positive this time. The vet wasn't sure if it was a melting ulcer or not, or how like severe the case was. So they referred us to a specialist. We went to see the specialist, and a lot of money spent later. They came to the conclusion that it is an ulcer, but they weren't sure 100% if it was a melting ulcer or if it was a case where it's a mix of both. So kind of a melting ulcer or not. If you don't know what a melting ulcer is, basically it's the same thing as an ulcer. It's bacteria in the eye, but instead of just affecting the eye and not being harmful in a way, the retina on your eye, the retina or the cornea, one of the exterior layer of your eye, if I'm not mistaken, is the cornea, gets eaten up by the bacteria, and it can end up being a pierced eye, which means you basically like lose the eye, which is not something we wanted to happen. It's not something I wish for on anybody, or even I didn't want to think about like maybe that being a possibility. Turns out she's all fine, but we had basically 2 weeks of intense medication to give her and make sure that every 2 hours we were putting eye drops in her eye with some kind of solutions in them to make sure that everything was healing properly. And my arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna move. But basically, she's good. She's healed. Sometimes we feel her eye is becoming a little bit foggy again. We just put some eye drops, it goes away. We're all good. She's all fine. But that was a fun month for September. So yeah, the first week of September we left for Gaspésie, came back, and then mid-September went to see the specialist, and 2 weeks later, come to end of September, we got kind of rid of her ulcer, and like I said, my arm's very tired, I'm moving. But following her eye coming better, if you didn't know, I work from home, my boyfriend works from home, and I got told that for the months of October, November, December, instead of staying home, I had to go to the office every day that I'm working because I was having PC issues. I had 2 months of PC issues this summer, hardware issues and just like stuff not being properly installed. But that's not the point. The point is I'm walking 40 minutes to get there and 40 minutes back, which has taken chunks of time that once you start working from home, you realize how much time you spend just like traveling. And I am enjoying walking so much, but how much it changed my lifestyle in a way, my routine and everything, really took a toll on me, on my relationship, on my cat. Well, like every aspect of my life was affected by that change. So for that reason also, I did not vlog, post, film, took pictures of most of the last 2 months. Didn't really do anything special for Halloween, but as I'm posting this, I have like maximum, I think, a month and a half left of doing this. But I've been more stabilizing everything, more finding ways to balance every aspect of my life going around that change, which has gone, I want to say hectic by times, but fun by others. Yeah, the only downside that's happening is the season change. It's so gloomy, like I mentioned, that I'm realizing seasonal depression is coming and the walks are getting more and more freezing, which is not very enjoyable. Because during the fall, October is super fun. Like the trees are so colorful. I'm loving this so much. Like it's so fun just seeing the sun and everything. That's going away slowly and not getting fun too much anymore, but not something that I can I don't have control over it, let's put it that way. The other thing I wanted to talk about was me moving, because I did mention about it and I never really gave more details about it, but I do have some details and some concrete more set in stone decisions that were made because they were discussed and rediscussed and pondered long enough on that. During July, we signed our lease here for another year. So we're in this apartment until July 1st, officially. After that, oh, hi baby, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, you good? Yeah, yeah, what's up? What? Yeah. They're both the same size. Juni is as big as Margot. You guys are the same bigness. Yes. If you didn't know, I got Juni and she was about the height of Margot's arm. Like a sixth of what she is right now. I know she's a Bengal cat, which means... Excuse me. She's a Bengal cat, so she's gonna be a lot bigger than my Sphinx, but the height at which growth of that cat happened is crazy. She's grown so much. I'm very impressed. But let's keep on going. What I was mentioning about is apartments and stuff like that. Whatever. We're gonna make do with what we have. Apartments, moving, everything we've decided so far. We're moving in, like I mentioned, early July, end of June. Same time as everybody in Quebec. But we're not staying in Quebec. The move is to go to Ontario, around Toronto or something like that. And further than that, not exactly sure. We're looking either at renting or buying. If we're renting, it's gonna be an apartment. If we're buying, either a condo or some type of house. But we're not sure. The market's crashing right now. Everything's going nuts, and depending what happens, we're not sure. But the good thing is we know where we're moving. Around Ontario, which is gonna be narrowed down. It's as much as I have information to give right now. There's not much more that has been decided. The other thing that's been put on the table is to maybe get a realtor. I think we're looking more to have someone do the research, propose us things, than having to do like the last times and just looking ourselves, because we don't know Ontario at all. We don't know Toronto at all. No idea how to search the market and everything. Sure, I can find a way to get it there and make it make sense, but I'd prefer having someone do it. So that's also decided. And I mentioned that to my boyfriend that it's crazy because we're on our second apartment, and the first one was very much getting stuff for practicality, and we didn't have the salaries we have right now. We were very much working minimum wage and weren't working full time, which is two things that have changed in the past year, which I'm very grateful for. The point of this is the first apartment was very much a functionality, more having somewhere to live and things that we can sit on and sleep on and stuff like that. Whereas this apartment is like somewhere in between. We have some functionality, but we can also have the space and the time to maybe choose more what we want or what we like more than just picking up stuff that we need. But what we're hoping with the next apartment is to lean more into what we'd like to have more than what we need. So a little bit less of just functionality, but a little bit more aesthetic. And with that comes a lot of budgeting, a lot of spending money. And what we are thinking of is getting rid of most of our furniture. Most of the big things we're getting rid of. The bed, the mattress, the couch, the coffee table, the desk, the chair is basically what we have right now that are big pieces that we're getting. I'm gonna try to sell them, or we're gonna send it to someone else's home that's gonna be much more in need of them or is gonna enjoy them more. And once we move there, we can like get things that we'd actually like and focus more on the aesthetic, take our time with it, which brings up the next point, which where can we go next? Hi, what's up? Yeah, what's up? I want to say we go in the shower, but then that makes no sense at all. So let's do it. Let's go in the shower, and I'm gonna handheld mode. Okay, welcome to the shower. Next point I wanted to bring up is I was thinking of maybe getting a Switch. I have the first generation of Switch that came out 5 years ago. My boyfriend has the second version of the original Switch, and recently there's the limited Pokemon edition's OLED Switch that came out, and we managed to get him one. So he's changed Switch and he's got a new OLED, which by the way is such a good idea to change to the OLED. The difference in quality and the difference in screen if you play handheld is so much better. But if you're playing dock, it doesn't change much. I'm gonna be honest. And I was looking to get myself also an OLED Switch to get the white version. I play much more on the dock. Planning on getting the white OLED Switch, but changed my mind because I am playing a lot more on the dock. So I migrated my stuff from the first version to the second version of the Switch. So I took my boyfriend's old Switch and made it mine. Since our 3-year anniversary is coming up very soon, he got me a controller for my Switch and headphones, which I'm super happy about. So happy about. I'm gonna show it to you. It won't be too long. I'm gonna insert clips here also of what they look like, but I'm very happy with them, and they weren't that expensive. My controller was around $25-30. It is a plugged in one, but there's like 3 meters of cable. Like I said, I play on the dock most of the times, which is like not an issue for me to have a cord, and the headset was to play for fun because I would like to have a headset. I'm thinking of maybe streaming games, but I have no equipment to do that right now, and I don't even know if it's something that would be interesting, but I'd love to do it maybe one day. And with all the accessories and everything, it would have cost me, I think, $600 or $700. I thought about it for, I want to say, a month. Do I get it? Do I not get it? Because like, it'd be so fun and so cool right now to get the new one. I'd love to have it, but at the same time, what if I keep the money and once we move, I get something else that I might enjoy more? You know what I mean? So I'm deciding to wait. I'm gonna keep the money and see for maybe other furniture, whatever I want to get. I'm still using my Samsung, which I bloody hate. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Doesn't take great quality picture, and the videos, I record them in HD, but they save in 360p. I have no idea what's up with it. It just randomly selects clips and it's like, okay, that one's gonna be HD, that one's gonna be 360p. So I'm not taking pictures, I'm not taking like videos. I've done a lot of activities in the last 2 months, and not anything that I've filmed or that I was like merely thinking of filming, because I hate filming on my phone and I'm not bringing my big camera with me. There's also that. And related to the $700 I was gonna invest in a Switch, I was also thinking that I might get an iPhone instead to replace this. I was waiting for the iPhone 14 to come out, and then it came out and there's no fucking difference between the 13 and the 14. So I'm gonna get the 13 instead, because I cannot justify buying the newest version of an iPhone that is the same as the oldest one, which is gonna cost $200 less. But if I get an iPhone, it's gonna have a lot better video quality and a lot better picture and audio quality, which is why I want to change my phone back, because then I can film more, I can vlog more, I can like do a lot more things handheld, which makes me want to vlog a little bit more, post videos a little bit more, which is also the reason why I haven't uploaded in like 2 months. I'm gonna, I think, insert some of the clips I filmed about cat stuff that I filmed earlier when I tried to film this video the first time. But I truly hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna see if there's anything like gaming related you'd like to see. Tell me. If there's anything apartment related you'd like to know, tell me. I just felt like filming today. I had a great past few days. Even though I was working, I just felt like picking up the camera and filming a little update here. Hi, Juni. Can I compare you to how big your toy is? Yeah. Okay, go next to your toy. Yeah? You're so big. You know this. Hi, baby. Yeah. What's up? So yeah, here are my cool things. Yeah, I wanted to show it to you and like do a whole Switch video with all the accessories and everything I have with it. But I figured I'd just show you now because I'm not doing the video anymore and I'm really happy with my choices. So I got Snorlax and Pokemon, and there was a deal on my headphones. They're Logitech, the G335, like this. Snorlax colors with the mic and everything. They're super comfortable. I really like them. That's just an aux cord, but they have the adapter for PC where you can have like the dual aux, one for the headset and one for the mic. This is my Snorlax that I got for hanging out in pajamas and stuff. Really comfy. Very happy about it. You keep flipping it over. We've had it for 6 months or something, since like Juni has been a baby and we've gotten her, so like yeah, 6 months or something. And we never unpacked it because when she was baby, she tried to pee inside of it once because she wasn't potty trained. But now they're just like having so much fun with it. And this, it's a dog silicone toy that you can put treats in. Because we realized she likes to munch on everything. So we just put treats inside this. And like, yeah, there we go. Take it. This is exactly what she does. She takes it and she goes to chew it inside of it. Not what I meant to do. And once we got this at first, oh, this was like 20 or 35 bucks. I was sure she would never play with it. It's her favorite toy. Now you won't play with it. And also other thing, we replaced the bowl that we had here. This one's stainless steel and it has the little round fountain in the middle. And we got this green bowl at first because we had like progressive like slow feeders before, and this is like a silicone base with just like a stainless steel middle. And we recently got the second one, a black one. So these things I'm sure that we're gonna keep and bring because I really like them and we've spent some money with it. If you're curious, this is the one we had before, but it's getting old. These are not Temptations, they're the Blue Buffalo. It's just Margot was scared of the previous box, but she knows this box and she likes this box, so that's what we've been doing. Yeah. Yum, yum. Margot still doesn't like soft treats, she just likes the dried ones. And I promise you, I've tried to get her on like normal treats or whatever, but she just won't eat them. And these are the ones that we give Juni because she likes them. She's practically eating anything. She's a little savage. And then this is N&D cat food, just like regular N&D cat food, but there's like little samples at my vet store and we get some sometimes, so I just mixed and matched all the flavors and they go crazy with these. We're just serving them as treats instead of actual food. I've never had actually great lighting in here, which is also a reason why I want to move. We got the new MacBook finally that I did an unboxing about like 3 months ago. That is, by the way, so cool, so genius. I love it so much. I'll catch you in the next one. I don't know what it's gonna be, when it's gonna be, or whatever, but I want to thank everyone that's subscribed since. I kind of left it cold at 249 and we're almost like at 260, which is super cool. So please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe down below. It's very cool. It's the only way you're gonna know when I'm posting. I don't post on Instagram very much anymore, and yeah, it's pretty much what's happening.